Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of your Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another good and bad video for today. This one we're going to be doing the good and bad of somebody that used to be a villain in The Walking Dead and slowly kind of, turned into a good character. This one is going to be for Savior Laura. Okay guys, so this is going to be doing another good and bad video for today. This one was suggested by Epic Zombie Killer, so a big thank you to Epic Zombie Killer for suggesting this video. This one is going to be for Laura. So, very, very interesting idea, because I have to say, Laura is one of those characters that I always thought they could have done more with, and I always kind of felt like they didn't use her to her full potential, but I don't know, that was always my kind of thing about it. I always felt that she would have been a really good, more kind of forefront character, and that applies to a lot of the characters in The Walking Dead right now, like Diane. Like I think if Diane got more time, I think that she would be a great character. But because she doesn't get all that screen time, I don't care as much about her, and that's kind of a similar type of thing with Laura, except I do actually care a little bit more about Laura, because I think that she could have been a character that if they gave her more screen time, I think she could have been a character that worked, and especially now that she went over to the good side. So she was introduced in season 7 episode 3. That's the first time we ever saw her, is in season 7 episode 3, The Cell, when she's playing the game with Dwight or whatever, and she's taking shot after shot, basically, and Dwight's just like, super impressed, yeah, so that was the first time we saw her, and then, of course, unfortunately killed off in season 10, episode 10, Stalker. So, obviously we start things off, she's I guess like a villain. She basically is hitting on Spencer, because Spencer is, following Negan, and she kind of likes that, and, she's like, you play your cards right, maybe I'll show you where we live, and Spencer's just like, oh, just tell me when, and then he goes and hits on Rosita, like, later. I'm just like, my goodness, man, pick a lane, seriously. But anyway, so basically, we have that plays through. We have the middle finger, of course, that Rick and Aaron stupidly don't put away. I don't understand why they left that in the box for the Saviors to find. I always found that so weird, is that, they were at the boat earlier on, and he's like, this guy was a pretty sore loser, with the picture of the middle finger, and Rick's just like, huh, just loading the guns. Like, it's like, take that out of the box, because look what happens. Like, seriously, these Saviors, they're so terrible. And specifically, Rapey Davey just beats up Aaron for no reason, So, I just, and he's like, it's not about the note. I'm just like, well, then what is it about? Like, I don't know. Rapey Davey is terrible. But basically, Laura's kind of a part of that. And basically, she is a Stone Cold Negan, as Eugene would say. She is Stone Cold Negan. And basically, she has to, Dwight is kind of responsible for Daryl. Now Laura is kind of responsible for Eugene, which I found kind of interesting. Now, I like when she's like, what do you want to eat? And he's like, really, anything I want. She's like, dude, yes, and he's like, can I have lobster? No, you can't have lobster. What the hell do you think this is? Like, it's like, you did say everything. For once, I'm on Eugene's side. Like, honestly, you did say anything you want. So, but basically, she gives Eugene his new room, this, like, nice, clean room, that even has a radio that plays good old Easy Street on it, of course. Anyway, basically, she kind of, has to break Eugene, but it's not that hard, because Eugene notices that, Negan and the Saviors are actually really wanting him to be on their side. He's, Eugene obviously is very smart and all that kind of stuff. And then, of course, he asks for pickles later on, or at the beginning of the episode, and then Laura, as soon as they get new ones in or whatever, she's like, dude, like, you asked or whatever, you take them, that type of thing. So, basically, and I love, too, like, Eugene tells Negan, he's like, I was gifted these pickles, and Negan's like, no, I love that. So, basically, Laura, I guess, succeeded, because Eugene joins the Saviors, of course, and that, obviously, I don't know what that would make Negan think of Laura, but it's got to make her look pretty good, because, obviously, she broke down somebody from the opposite side on their side, and Dwight was not able to do that. So, I think that definitely sheds a light on Laura. So, basically, in Season 8, I'm going to go to that, because I find that some of the rest of the stuff, we don't really see her much in the rest of Season 7, but in Season 8, obviously, we have the, the whole, Dwight thing. So, basically, the attack goes down at Alexandria, all-out war playing through, and Dwight decides just one night, screw it, I'm just gonna start killing saviors. So basically, she catches him, she shoots him in the arm, honest, and I think that should get to our first decision. Because I can't really say anything from Laura in terms of decisions so far. She hasn't really made too many good or bad decisions. But the first one is shooting Dwight in the arm. Obviously, I get it from her perspective, but at the same time, I mean, she honestly, I don't know, she acted kind of quick, but I get it though at the same time. But I'm just, I'm a big Dwight fan, so honestly, that really kind of annoyed me when she shot Dwight. But basically, she gets away, and we have, the return of her. Obviously, Negan picks her up in the car, and we have the kind of confrontation with Dwight. So she rats him out completely, and that's definitely, I'm not gonna say it's a bad decision from Laura though at the same time, because you have to also understand, if you're a savior, yes, you're gonna rat out Dwight. So, even though I don't like it, I feel like I can't count that as a bad decision because she was a savior. But if you want to count that as a bad decision, her ratting out Dwight, I completely understand. But again, from her perspective, yeah, it makes sense why she would do that. Absolutely. So, and then basically in season 9, she gets to join the communities, and she's actually part of the council after the major time skip after Rick. So, I really, really like everything that they do with Laura, when it comes to the council. She's one of the, decision makers. She's there. She's part of it. Alexandria. And I think that's really, really cool to see. Now, so good decision on her part for joining the characters, surrendering at the end of Season 8 and being a part of the council in Season 9. I think that was really cool. Now, in Season 10, we see a few scenes between her and that other kid from Hilltop or whatever and stuff like that as they're killing some of the walkers. Alpha sending these, groups and all that kind of stuff. But basically, she is with our group at the border meeting. I want to also point that one out. That is one I think maybe some people may actually forget, is that she did go with the group to the border meeting in Season 10, Episode 3, Ghost. And I'll be honest, when I saw the previews for that episode, I thought that they were actually going to kill her off at the border. So that was good that they didn't do that. But honestly, man, even if they killed Laura off at the border, wouldn't have made too much of a difference, because basically, let's talk about it. She is killed off in Season 10, Episode 10, Stalkers. So basically, Beta comes in, but basically, Gabriel kind of gives these instructions, like, if you come upon one of them, keep them alive, start pulling teeth, get information. Like, that's Gabriel nowadays, But Laura keeps Beta alive. She just holds the spear to his neck. And I just was thinking to myself in that scene, I'm like, Laura, just do it. I mean, honestly, like, you are gonna solve so many problems if you just stab Beta. Like, just do it. Like, it just push and just do it, you understand, like, the gravity of, like, the kind of advantage you have right now, as she's trying to kind of, help out Gamma, because Gamma's, about to get captured by Beta. But, yeah, unfortunately, Laura does die, of course. Beta does kill her, in a very lackluster death, for a character like Laura. So, I did not enjoy her death in the end. I'm not going to pretend like I did. But I have to say, as a character, what we did get of her, I thought she was a great character. I liked how she went from the savior side over to the other side after everything with Dwight, and then obviously being part of the council and going out fighting with Beta. Even though I wish that they would have made that death a little bit more obvious, because our characters didn't even mention that she was dead after she died. We had to wait until Talking Dead to get confirmation, which I hate when they do that, where you don't even know if a character dies until you watch Talking Dead. Then you find out on Talking Dead, and it's like, oh, and not everybody watches Talking Dead, so some people are just like, oh, wait, is she still alive? Are we going to see Laura again? Like, I still hear some people say that, and I'm like, no, they confirmed it on Talking Dead, she's dead, and I'm like, oh, man, like, they really should have made it more obvious in the show, honestly, but her death, honestly, very disappointing, but as a character overall, awesome. I really liked Laura. I thought she did a great job. Lindsley, I think, is her name. She did a great job as Laura, and honestly, I do miss her in the series. I think she was a good kind of addition into the show, and definitely, I would have liked to see another one of those saviors, kind of survive from that storyline, almost like how Lydia, from the Whisper, she's like the last remaining person from that Whisper storyline that's going to kind of always, stay with us, and, for the saviors, I think because we don't have Dwight, it would have been cool to kind of keep her around. So, that's my opinion. What do you guys think about Laura's character? Leave that down in the comment section below. If you guys are new here, click the subscribe button to miss any of my videos for The Walking Dead. Follow Dance Walking Dead Reviews on Instagram, guys. And, of course, I'll see you guys really soon for another Walking Dead video. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.